everyone, what's up? It's Rhea and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below, give this video a like, and we'll get right on into the video. So today's video is pretty exciting because I'm going to be doing a daily fall makeup type of look, and I'm gonna try to make it so it can be worn day to night. So like the first part of the look could be an everyday fall look, and then you can do the second part for a more of a nighttime sultry look. But before we get into the video, I wanted to thank Javy Coffee for partnering with me on this video. They sent me a bottle of their instant coffee. It's the Microdose Coffee concentrate, and this is a instant coffee that is no hassle of having to use equipment, and it's not like that instant coffee with the powder and everything. This is a liquid, and it's so concentrated that you only need 1 to 2 teaspoons of it to make a cup of coffee. And I just so conveniently have a glass of milk to make a latte. On their website, which I will link down below, has a bunch of recipes that you can follow, and I'm just making an iced caramel latte to drink while I do my makeup. And I'm gonna take 1 to 2 teaspoons of this, put it in here and mix it, and then this is just oat milk and a caramel syrup. It smells so strong of coffee. So there's 1 teaspoon in, and there's 2, and then I'm just going to mix it all together. And then oh my gosh, that's so good. What the heck? I am going to enjoy this while we go through the video. But I also wanted to tell you that this small bottle, it's 6 ounces, will make about 30 cups of coffee. So you don't have to worry about having a machine, you don't have to worry about grounds or anything like that. This little bottle will make you 30 cups. And they also source all their coffee from small, reliable farmers, and they make sure those farmers are organic and fair trade. So it's good ethically and it tastes good. Definitely check out Javy Coffee down below. The link to their website and their Instagram will be there, and you can try it out for yourself. So thank you again, Javy, for partnering with me on this video. Get a sip in and let's start our makeup. I'm just gonna put these hair clips in. They're actually from a local maker in Rochester. I wish I had a name of her small business, but when she gave it to me, it was on like little paint chips instead of a business card, so I don't know the name of the company. Let's get started with this makeup. So first I'm gonna take the P. Louise primer and I'm gonna prime my lids. It has been a long time since I have done a makeup video. I don't even remember the last makeup video I did. And I'm just taking a little bit of that P. Louise and just spreading it across my whole eye, and apparently under it too. Okay, so our eyes are primed, and I think I'm gonna try to do the whole look from the Michaela X Glam Light palette. So I'm gonna start by taking a JS5 and going into Harley, which is this shade, and How You Doin'. They're right next to each other. And I'm just gonna start putting that in my crease. I just got this palette a few months ago, probably like 2 months ago, and I have not felt inspired by makeup recently. I've just been doing the same old thing every time I wear makeup. So I'm excited that I'm actually tapping into this and using it because I didn't get it for nothing. And I did a review on this palette, so if you're interested in seeing that, I will also have that link down below. I could put it in a card up here too, but I'm just buffing this out so we get a nice blended transition shade. And now I'm taking an E22 and I'm gonna go into Gemini and Buffalo Chicken, which is this orange. It's like a orangish brown and then a pure orange. And I'm gonna put those lower in the crease. Also, are you guys excited for fall? Because I know I am. I'm moving. Oh my god. It's still so crazy for me to say and still doesn't feel real, even though the stress is setting in. But I'm moving to New York City very soon, a month from like tomorrow. 1 month. I can't believe it. And I'm gonna get to experience fall in the city. And I've only ever been to the city during like the end of spring, but mostly in November time, so more winter. So I'm excited to get to experience it all, and I'm gonna go out to Long Island for fall festivities for sure. I actually have a YouTube friend. Her name is Erin. You should definitely check out her videos. Her name's Erin Boyle if you're interested. And I'm going to get to meet her because she lives in Long Island. So I think New York will bring great opportunities and a great fall season, but I'm not ready. I haven't packed a thing, and I know it's still a month away, but it's a big move. And we haven't found an apartment, So that's not fun. I don't know. It's all just setting in. I was inspired to do a fall look since fall is quickly approaching us. And I love fall fashion. Fall fashion is awesome. I love like fun pants. I love sweaters. I love all of that, and you don't get that in the summer, even though I also love summer. So I'm excited for a little bit colder weather for sure. I thought I would be sad summer was ending, but I think it is time. And I'm just going back with the JS5 into the first two shades so I can really blend out the edges here. And there is our full crease transition powder all buffed out. Now I'm going to take a JS12 brush and go into Hot Cocoa, which is this deeper orange brown, and I'm just going to start building that up in my outer corner. And then I'm just going to take a dot of Willow, which is this deepest shade out here. I'm really lightly putting that in the outer corner because I don't want it to be too dark. So I'm more just mixing it in with the shade we already put down. Also, while I'm using the Michaela palette, you should go to the American Influencer Awards because she is nominated for Makeup Creator of the Year, and she definitely deserves it. She's the most hyped and most deserving makeup creator I know about. I think she's absolutely amazing. I'm going back in with that second brush and just buffing it out, but I think she's so great. I think she deserves it, and I have no doubt in my mind she's gonna win it. Just to help her out, go vote. So if you wanted this look to be like a day look, you could do this, put a shimmer on the lid and move on, and just wear that for your day and like do your lower lash line and mascara and obviously the rest of your makeup. But I want to make it a little more like sultry and a little more dark and like a nighttime fall look. So I'm going to create a wing but with shadow because it just works better that way, and then you can like be smoky with it. So I'm taking an E30 brush from ColourPop and I'm going back into Willow, which was that deepest shade, and I didn't want the outer corner to be too deep because I wanted it to be like daytime and because I was gonna put a wing, so I didn't want it to blend in. I gotta get close. I'm just going to take it. Oh, I did a big wing. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to draw it that big, guys. I didn't mean to, but could make it cool, could make it very cool. And then I'm just gonna flip the brush, go inward a little bit, don't start at the edge. Oh my gosh, did I just do the best wing I've ever done with eyeshadow? What? Now I'm just gonna fill it in. They did not skimp out on the pigment in these. That looks pretty good. I can't believe I did that. I'm literally shocked right now. That looks pretty freaking cool. Ah! But the real kicker is doing that on this eye because this is my bad eye and I always forget to start with this one. Go in from the end a little bit and just, they don't match, but we're gonna try to match them. So since I want to match it and make it a bit more precise, I'm gonna take this BS Mom brush. It's like a liner brush. I'm gonna take that and try to draw this to match. They're similar. That's about as good as it's gonna get. But now I'm just gonna like smoke it out a bit just by dragging a little. So it's a bit smokier now. And on the lid, I'm gonna take Accent, which is this like almost orangey shimmer. And I'm just gonna press that in. And don't worry, I'll go back in over the liner to make sure that it looks good there. I should have done the shimmer first, but I wasn't thinking. Oh, that is a beautiful color, holy cow. And I'm going back in with the E22 to clean up the crease. And I'm actually gonna tap into the Hot Cocoa and what's popping a little bit, so I can deepen the crease up. There we go. And going back in with Willow. And that's all we're gonna do for the eyes for right now. I went very dramatic, if you can't tell, but I very much enjoy it. And we can clean up our wings a little bit when we put concealer and stuff on. We're just not going to touch them right now. And we'll get into our face makeup. So first I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's one of my faves, as you can probably tell. It's a little concaved in there. Still have a pan though, so that's cool. Oh, my nose ring is popping out. What's popping? Brad and I have talked about this. I can't do accents to save my life. Like, I can't recreate someone's accent. I can't try to just do like a British accent. Accents are not my talent or my forte. I just embarrass myself when I try to do one. Next, I'm actually taking my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer and I'm putting a tiny bit on this giant pimple I have. And I'm gonna put a little bit on any other blemishes I have and just let it sit for a second before I put foundation on. I had sparkles on my hands from doing my makeup and now it's all over my face from putting my primer on. And I'm gonna let this get a little bit tacky because that just will help with the coverage and it won't move around as much when you start to blend it out. And when I do blend it out, I'm using the Laura Lee Los Angeles Beauty Blender, but it's dry because the dryness will also make it so it doesn't spread out as much. I'm just patting in one place, not moving it around, and just pat, 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 pat. And even if it doesn't blend in all the way right now, that's okay because we're putting foundation over it. You won't even see it. But just make sure you're not spreading it around, you're just patting in place. And now I'm really going to make sure that all of that dried. And I know I look like a splotchy mess, but it's not going to look like that for long. For foundation today, I'm going to use the Tarte Face Tape. I haven't used this in a while, and it's really tan, but I'm actually tan right now, so that's why I'm using it. This is a full coverage foundation, but if I was wearing it daytime, I definitely wouldn't be wearing foundation because I am not one to wear foundation most of the time anymore. I just usually use my concealer to go over what I don't want to be seen, and that's usually it. For a night look, you gotta go full out like this. And I forgot how full coverage this foundation was, so I definitely pumped too much. Can you tell I haven't been wearing full coverage makeup lately? Dang, this is so full coverage. I seriously forgot what it was like to wear full coverage makeup. And this is more of a matte foundation, which I also don't generally go for. But like I said, if you're going for a night out, you want it to last. You like can't see my skin at all. I'm not even trying to exaggerate right now. Literally just shocked. Foundation done. This is still a little tan for me, as you can probably tell from this line on my neck. That's cute. Now time to go in with concealer. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer because it's my favorite. Also full coverage, so watch out. More warning myself than you guys. And just gonna blend that out. Okay, I'm gonna go in over here and be careful not to mess up my eyeshadow. But I also am just gonna clean it up a little bit by dragging. And I'm taking a brush to help clean it up. And this is an E24 brush in case you were curious. That cleaned it up really nice. My battery's about to die. Cool. If it dies and I don't finish doing this, I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side so they are even, or as even as possible. I know I probably won't get them to be perfect. Never do. So I changed the battery and concealer is done. And now I'm just going in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is a new product that I've tried. And just putting quite a bit out here because it does blend out very easily. And today I'm trying where you put your bronzer a little bit higher up. Like all the Gen Zers out there. I'm definitely a zillennial, very in between. I'm only 23, but sometimes I feel like a 30-year-old, I swear. On the forehead, or should I say in the hair, and on the nose. And I'm taking the side of like this flat piece, and that's how I'm gonna blend this out with a sponge. And see how easily that blends out? Like that took no effort at all. And I just like to blend upwards with it and try not to spread it out too much. And for my forehead, I like to blend up into my hairline and the nose. So I'm really gonna pinch this for my nose because I still feel like I don't know how to snatch my nose. And I saw a tutorial, I think it was by my Fammy, who is a YouTuber as well, and she said the way that she gets a snatched nose is by not blending it out, but like blending it in, pushing in one spot over and over. And I'm hoping that will work for me. I feel like it's working. Did I successfully snatch my nose? And then another product by e.l.f. that I'll be using is their Putty Primer. Can you tell I like their putty stuff? Oh my goodness. Putty Primer, Putty Bronzer, Putty Blush. I got it all. And I'm just gonna take this, and I also put a lot of this because it blends out very easily as well. These are very good beginner cream products if you're looking to try some out. Very blushy. And with that same sponge, I'm just gonna blend it out. But see, that took like 5 dabs and it's already blended out. Very user-friendly. Okay, now I'm just gonna go into the ColourPop loose setting powder, and I'm using an F28 brush. I'm gonna go under the eyes and the T-zone and just lightly buff it out on the rest. And now you're like, oh, you already did bronzer and blush, but gonna go in with some more. So I'm gonna take an F29 brush by ColourPop and the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and I'm just gonna go over where I put the bronzer before this one, the putty one. And I'm just taking an A23 brush to contour my nose with, even though I just did it. But like I said, we want snatched noses. Snatched. I think it's snatched. And now I'm gonna do a little bit more blush with the F30 brush from ColourPop, and I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Quirky. I love this color. And for highlighter, I'm gonna use the Bronzed Lit Kit from Laura Lee Los Angeles, and I'm gonna go into Yacht Club, which is this one, and I'm hoping this isn't too deep for me. Ooh, it's like a nice gold. Ooh, it's very golden. I don't know if the camera's picking up on it. Ooh, I'm gonna have a golden nose. You're so golden. Da, 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 da. Now we can get on to finishing the eyes. So I'm gonna take Gemini, which is this shade, and How You Doing, the two next to each other, and I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. And I'm just using an E28 brush. And with the JS12, I'm gonna take a little bit of Buffalo Chicken and Gemini together and really blend the lower lash line out. And then I'm going to tightline and do my waterline with the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof eyeliner. This is in brown, I'm pretty sure. Oh, black brown. And just gonna do that. I was trying to tightline Brett's eyes the other day because he had a show, and what a freaking disaster that was. He is not used to having things in his eyeballs like I am. And then just gonna tightline. I'm like moving my contact, which is definitely not a good thing because that means I could be drawing on them. Tightlining not easy. Ugh. And now I'm gonna do my eyebrows and lashes off camera just because they take forever. Then we'll finish with lips and we're done. Okay, so my lashes and my eyebrows are done. That's what they look like. And now I'm gonna go in the ColourPop Just a Tint in City of Stars. That's the color, if you were curious. And I'm just gonna draw it all over my lips. It feels so nice. If you've never tried these, you should definitely get one in a color that you'll wear because they feel great, but they're just as pigmented as a normal lipstick. And I'm just trying to clean up the edges a little bit. And to end it off, I'm just gonna put a little bit of lip oil on. I have the Morphe 2 lip oil in Extra Glaze. This was like a collab with Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio, just to give us a really glossy lip. To finish off with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh setting spray. I just totally sprayed it, not even on my face. And there we have it. There is our finished look. Dramatic wing, fall colors, glossy lip. And like I said, you don't have to do the wing. You could have just opted out of the wing, and then this would be a beautiful fall daytime look as well. That is it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I also want to thank Javy Coffee yet again for partnering on this video and for sending this to me. And make sure to check their link out in the description. It will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give this video a like. Subscribe down below to see more content like this and my other content like vlogging and lifestyle videos. And comment down below if you're excited for fall, because I know I am. Pumpkin's back, apple's back, and it is a great time. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one, which should be on Sunday. Bye!